you're Tyson's cousin, right?
Yeah, I'm Tyson's cousin, yeah.
Okay. Do you know what, like second cousin, third cousin, first cousin?
Well, my granddad and Tyson's dad are brothers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my grandfather and Tyson's dad are brothers.
Are you tall? How tall are you?
I'm about 6'1".
Okay, and you're probably still growing, or
I'm
maybe
still
not. I
growing.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm still growing. I'm 6'1", still growing. Well, I don't think I'll make 6'9" at least, but I will. I'll probably. You never know. With me, I'm liable to stop growing.
Yeah, people get spurts later in life. It's possible.
Get to right
Um,
later.
so
Later.
speaking of,
I'm on a podcast.
so so speaking of, I wanted to ask you. I mean, I'm sure you saw the fight. Were you at the fight? No.
I wasn't at the fight. No, I watched it on TV.
Okay, and what'd you think?
Um, to be honest with you, we all have. It's just a bad day in the office. We all have bad performances. At the end of the day, we're all human. You know, where he's a world champion, people just expect a lot from him, with him being who he is. It's just a bad day in the office. You know, and he can come back and he can do better next time. We all have bad days. We've all had bad performances, and we've all had good performances. And
True.
and we'll just have to go from there, see what happens.
Did you scoring the fight? Did you give it to Tyson?
Yeah, I give it to Tyson. He just he landed the more shots, and you know what I mean. He was taking the rounds, but fair play to Francis Ngannou. You know what I mean. He was better than a lot of people thought he was, and a man that's come from UFC to boxing and took on a world champion in his pro debut. That's very good. Fair play to him. Take me hat off to him.
Yeah, insane. Yeah, it was insane. I mean, do you think that Tyson? Do you think he took him lightly?
No, I think. Oh well. So we said in the interviews and stuff. Apparently, he trained hard and prepared well, but you can train as much as you want. You can still have bad days. You know, I've done it myself. I've trained my heart out. I've ate right, and I've still had a bad performance.
Right, right. No, absolutely. I mean, what I saw, and tell me if you agree, it seemed to me like this was one of the first fights where Tyson couldn't really impose his size as much because Francis was, just as strong and almost just as big.
He was, of course, he was. Francis is a big man himself. What was he? 6'6"?
He's 6'4", they say, but he didn't look 6'4". He looked taller.
Still a big man.
Yeah.
And plus, he had, what is it? Is it the hardest hitting punch on record?
Right, right.
So,
There's some what's it called? The power cube, and it measures punching power.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like on the records, apparently he was the hardest hitting guy in the world. Like he was very strong, and obviously, even in a boxing match or whatever it is, UFC match, the power and obviously strength is a big thing, especially in the heavyweight division as well.
Right, right. No, exactly. I mean, yeah, I found it. I think also, I don't know if you've ever sparred. Like I used to be a fighter too, but if you've ever sparred MMA guys or non-boxers, sometimes they're so awkward they kind of throw you for a loop a little bit.
They are awkward. You are absolutely right. I've never sparred many MMA guys. I've probably sparred 2 or 3, but like they're more awkward than anything else. Like apparently they're like, what it is, you can be levels above them, but they can bring, when you spar or fight an MMA guy, they can bring you down to their level and give you a tough fight.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why you never know. If Usyk was in there, Alexander Usyk was in there the same night Francis Ngannou was, Tyson could have had a good performance. Tyson could have wiped the floor with Usyk. You never know where Tyson's just levels above. It could have brought Tyson down a little bit and you know what I mean, and give him that hard performance.
right. I mean, when you heard that Tyson was taking this fight, did you think it's nothing really to? It's a kind of a lose-lose, or were you for the fight?
Well, I thought to myself, the guy is a strong guy and he's big. You know, he's dangerous, especially on his debut because he's got nothing to lose.
Right.
So he's got nothing to lose, and he's on his debut. Tyson's got everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Right.
And this Francis Ngannou, he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So Francis had no pressure on him because everyone was expecting him to get knocked out in 2 rounds.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it's kind of a lose-lose. I don't know why he took it. maybe just to stay active. I didn't really get it, but you know, um, do you think he's gonna go on with this December 23rd Usyk fight, or do you think they're gonna have to push it?
Um, to be honest, I think it's a bit close. Even if he did knock you out in 2 or 3 rounds, I think that's still a bit close because with him being obviously a world champion, I don't know any world champions that has 2 fights within 2 months.
Right, right,
But I don't know. It could happen. It could not. It just depends.
right, right. Well, I know you wanted to, you only had a few minutes, but let me ask you lastly, do you think that performance makes Usyk any harder, or do you think that kind of has no impact on the Usyk fight because they're totally different
I
fighters?
don't think that'll have any impact on Usyk because if you look back a few years ago when Tyson fought Otto Wallin, um, he still had a bad performance, had a cut above his eye. Then he got in the ring and had a rematch with Wilder and absolutely destroyed Wilder all over. So
Right,
he could do the same with Usyk. But the only thing what it'll do with Usyk is just boost Usyk's confidence up. That's all that will do.
right, right, right. But
That's in
Usyk,
my opinion.
no, I agree with you, but I don't think Usyk can do any of the things that Francis did to benefit himself because he's not that big or strong.
Well, that's what I mean. He's not as big or strong as Francis, but Usyk is still a big man himself. He's still a very good fighter. He's still, you know what I mean. He's been underestimated as well. He's been the king of the cruiserweight division, and now so far he's been beating everyone in the heavyweight division. But in my opinion, I don't think that'll have any effect on the Usyk fight whatsoever. What happened with the other night with Tyson and Ngannou.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think any other heavyweights in boxing right now have the size and strength that Ngannou has.
Definitely not. That left hook. He was looking for that left hook from round one, and he did catch Tyson with it. And it was very strong. The guy is very strong. He's got the hardest hitting punch on record in the world.
Right. Were you a little, when he went down, were you a little like nervous?
I was like, okay. I've seen Tyson been put down before. He's been put down a few times. He's got back up and always won.
True, true. No, yeah, no, you're right. Um, well, so I'm gonna let you go, but when are you turning pro?
I'm turning
20?
pro, baby 19, 20.
Okay. Okay, so a couple more years. All right,
Couple of
cool.
more years as an amateur, then get myself in the pro ranks and go right to the top.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, let's stay in touch. Thanks for talking to me, and let's do it again soon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All
Nice
right,
talking to
take
you.
care, man.
Nice talking to you.
You
Take
too,
care.
my man. Later.
Bye.